Hi Ubies. I got inspired from Laura, who has a YouTube channel called Garden Answer, and she has a great channel, so check it out if you like gardening videos. But she did this fantastic arrangement using succulents, and it was very fancy, but she inspired me to do a bit of my own. It won't be as fancy, but I found these 3 cute matching pots, and I thought they'd be nice with 3 different types of succulents in it. So all I did was I bought some succulent potting mix from the gardening store and popped it in there, and then I've got 3 kind of different looking plants, and all I'm going to do is put them in the pots, so hopefully they'll fit. Oh, maybe if I take all that soil off it'll be easier. Put them in the new soil. If you're wondering what the panting noise is in all my videos, I have a very old dog that every time I go outside she follows me around constantly, and because she's big and old and fat, she just pants constantly in the heat. Nothing I can do about it because I can't stop her following me around the garden. Everywhere I go, she's there. Alright, there you go. There's the first one. Just press it down. I think what would look really nice with this is if you put some coloured kind of rocks around them. There you go. There's the first one, and I'll do the other 2. You have to be a little bit gentle with these things because the petals are easy to knock off. So I'm just trying to be as careful as I can. There you go. Second one. They look quite cute together. So because it's so hot here, I don't really feel like getting out in the garden too much, so I'm going to pot up some strawberry runners that have formed roots that have given me new strawberry plants for next season. So here's my strawberry patch, and at the beginning of spring I started with 8 strawberry plants, and it's just grown massive. I actually let it all fill out because I wanted more strawberry plants from the 8 I originally planted, but as you can see now I have dozens and dozens and dozens. So what I want to do today is just show you the original plant, how it sent out a lead, and then how it formed a new plant. And what I'm going to do is dig some of those new plants out that have got some roots and pop them into pots so I can look after them over winter and then plant them into a new spot next year, so I have fresh plants on the go. Because these strawberry plants, I think the original plant only lasts about a season or 2 before you then have to replace it. So here's the original plant in here, this big one here. You can see there's all these leaders coming out. See the lead coming down here along the ground, sends out a shoot, and then that stops in on the ground and forms a new plant. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carefully try and dislodge this plant from the ground, trying to keep those roots intact as best as I can. Take this one out so I can show you. It's quite embedded down there. To get that one out. Probably been here a bit too long. Oh, its root's gone right down into there. Oh, I might try one of these smaller ones here to show you. One that's right on the edge of the bed might be easier to get out. Just carefully wiggling that out so I can show you the roots. Gosh, these grow quickly. See, you can see it's still attached to the leader plant there. See that? It's still attached. We're just going to snip that off and show you the roots. Okay, so there's all the roots, and you can actually see it's actually sent out a new leader there. So if I let that go, it'd form another plant. And that's the original that I snipped off. So there you go, a new strawberry plant. I'm going to pop that into some pots. I'm going to put that in a sheltered spot because it's very hot. It'll get fried in the summer sun. And then this will be my strawberry plants for next year. So from a really small section of the strawberry patch, there was huge amounts of strawberry plants. You can sort of see there's little roots on the bottom. This one plant had so many new plants on it. It just went everywhere. See all that? Strawberry plants from the one plant. So as you can see, I've pulled out this strawberry plant. There's some really good roots on it. I'm going to pop it into a pot, and then I'm going to trim any kind of leaders that it's, or fruit that it's got running off from it. And I'm going to pop it into a protected spot and give it plenty of water so it comes back to life. But that will be next year's strawberry plants. So there you go, guys. From that little section of the strawberry garden, I have 18 plants. So that just came from one little corner. So I've got the whole garden bed to do. So I reckon I'll have 180 plants by the time I'm done. So I've given them a water. Hopefully they will continue to grow in these little pots, and I'll have plenty to give away and replant. If anyone wants a strawberry plant, come and see me. While we're talking about strawberries, I had a heap of strawberries in the fridge that I picked, and I thought, I'll make some strawberry jam. How hard can it be? Anyway, so all I did, put some strawberries in a pot with some sugar and let it boil. Apparently, according to YouTube, I have to scoop this foamy stuff off the top. Like that. Which is kind of gross, but apparently that makes the jam really good. So I just boil it until it's thick and set, and then I'll pop it in a jar that I've got sterilising just here. So I just put that in a pot with some boiling water and let that boil for a few minutes, and that will sterilise the jar for the jam. And I'll bring you back in a few minutes when it's done. So the strawberry jam is done. Here it is in the jar. The jar's been sterilised and the strawberry jam's in there. It's very hot. It took a while to make, between, you know, taking the foamy bits off the top, but I'm pretty happy with the result. It's nice and thick and it tastes delicious. If you want a recipe, I don't have one. It's because I just Googled how to make strawberry jam and it said equal parts sugar to fruit, so that's what I did. And I used a little bit of white sugar, but I also had some coconut sugar and some maple sugar in the cupboard, so I thought I'd try that, and it tastes delicious. It's quite a rich strawberry jam, but it's beautiful. So I also did a little experiment. So my husband insists on buying this strawberry jam, and I don't use it, I don't like it, but I compared how the two look, and you can see this commercial jam here. It's quite pink and gel-like, and I fossicked through the whole jar and I couldn't find one single thing that resembled a strawberry in there, not a seed, nothing. So it's almost just like pink jelly, whereas mine, you can definitely see the chunks of fruit in there. and the taste difference doesn't compare. So if you feel like making strawberry jam, do it. It's easy and delicious.